Hi guys, here I am today with my Papergang box, but I'm actually really on here to have a chat. So it's, you know, buy one, well, I was going to say get one free, but you always get me free. Anyway, my name's Fawn, this is my channel, it is my happy place, and I come here to spend time with you guys. So, right, lots going on. Now, I referred to it in one of my other videos that there was something quite exciting happening, and I'm going to go into that now. And it may be really boring for most of you, and you may be kind of like, what is the matter with this woman? But there was a comment made on my channel a long time ago now from someone when I was talking about the difficulties of holidays and going out and so forth. And I can't find that comment now, and I'm going to make an appeal for the lady to get in touch with me. Because the lady said, oh, I have the same thing. And what we do is we have, now I can't remember whether it was caravanning or campervanning or motorhoming holidays, but she said it works for her. And that planted a seed, because more than 10 years ago, Nick and I had talked about buying a campervan or motorhome or something like that. And we came to the realisation that he worked far too much. We would never get the use out of it. It would be a complete waste of money. But that's not true now. Nick works less hours than he used to. He does actually now do his best to take a weekend off. And of course, in the meantime, the agoraphobia has become a big issue for me since we first talked about buying one to now. But I am on the mend. Kind of. I don't know that you ever really mend from mental health things. I think you go through good patches and bad patches. So I'm going to say I'm in a good patch. So anyway, this lady had said this, and like I say, please get in touch. I've tried to find you, but you know, there are so many comments on the channel. I just can't find that comment, and I would love to hear from you and talk to you about it. Anyway, so I ruminated about this for a while. It planted a seed, and eventually I spoke to Nick about it, and I said, oh, you know, someone, do you remember we thought about it and all of that? And he was really excited by the idea. Now, he knows me really, really well, in that I will think something's a brilliant idea, that I want to do something, but that given time, I then start second guessing, worrying, saying it's not going to work, it's a bad idea, it'll all go wrong, I'll never be able to do it. All of that negative self-talk comes pouring out, and then I go to him and I say to him, on the second thoughts, I don't think it's a good idea. And I do that, do you know, I do that with everything from birthday presents. You know, he'll ask me, what do I like for a birthday present? I have a think, I come out with something, then I have a think about it, and I go, well, no, really, I don't really need that. You know, I am... yes, a worrier, but I'm a ditherer. He knew that that would happen, that I would start backtracking. It'd taken me months to mention it, but then I immediately go into backtrack. Anyway, he said, well, let's go and look at some. Let's go, there's a place nearby that does them. Let's go and look at some and have a think. Well, we went, we looked, he bought. It's secondhand, it's a secondhand motorhome to us. It's still very expensive. I mean, they are insanely expensive, these things. But he knew that I was looking around, and I was sort of at my most positive, because I was saying, oh, isn't this lovely? Oh, this is, you know, and there's that sort of novelty. I just did that with one finger, two finger, novelty thing going on, and you know, I get quite excited, and then I think about it and my stomach drops and I change my mind. And he knew that would happen, so we just so happened, I mean, it was as if the fates were aligned. This campervan, motorhome, had everything that we'd said that we wanted, with I think maybe one exception. Everything else was and it was second hand, and it was available, and you know, it literally was as if the fates aligned. So anyway, he bought it because he knew what I would do. And it must be said, we're picking it up on Friday, and I have been doing that. I vary in a day from, oh, this is so exciting, we can go to all these places that I want to go, we can revisit places that I've been in the past, this is brilliant, through to, we'll never manage it, I'll never manage it, we won't manage it, this is awful, this is a waste of money, this is the stupidest thing that I've done for a long time. And that's where I am today. I'm sitting here and I've got things on the table over there. I've started to sort of sort, you know, my collapsible colander. I mean, why? But, you know, I've started to think about those things that we'll need. And at the same time, I'm thinking this is the stupidest thing we've ever done. This is just the stupidest thing. Now, the consolation, of course, is that at the moment, the world has gone mad for camper vans. They're very hard to come by in the sense that because of what's happening in Europe, which is horrific, because of Brexit and taxes and all these various, you know, lack of things because of the pandemic. They are quite, not rare, but, you know, they're harder to come by than they normally are. So they're holding their value really well. And as he said, if in a 12-month, we haven't really used it, we can sell it and we won't have lost an awful lot. In fact, with the things, bits and pieces that we're putting in it and on it, it may even hold its value, who knows? Because it's done the worst of its losing money, because that happens when you buy one brand new, a bit like with a car, isn't it? You buy a brand new car, you drive it down the road and it's lost £1,000 kind of thing. So in a way, we've sort of made the right decision for protecting against losses, put it that way. It does mean that on the channel there will be at least once a month a mini adventure, and they will be called Fawn's Mini Adventures or something along those lines, so that people know that that's what it is. And if it's not your bag, if you prefer the hauls and the boxes and things like that, then you can just go, oh, it's one of Fawn's stupid things. So they will always have a little title, and they are going to be so mini. I mean, the first time we take it anywhere, I think we're probably just going to go about an hour down the road, because even that, staying out overnight, an hour down the road, will be a big ask for me. But yeah, I'm really excited about it. So I'll be doing little bits and pieces. I will try and sort of make them into like a chapter, I think they call it, or something, a stream, or oh God, I'm so untechy. But I'll try and put them all together, so the things I've bought for it, what it looks like, where we go, how it goes. Obviously I will take my camera with me when we go, and I will film things and I will show you. And I am going to be brutally honest as well. So I am going to talk about how I feel. How difficult is it? And I know that to so many of you, I mean, I completely get it, guys. So many of you, it will be like, what is wrong with this woman? Why is she making such a drama out of staying out overnight an hour down the road? I get that, because I've felt that myself in the past. You know, before I became ill myself, I used to be quite sort of, you know, it's a lack of, what's the word? You know, it's a lack of not having experienced it. It's very difficult to really understand it. But there are lots of you who are like me. So I'm going to be really open and really honest. You know, I think probably this year, and all that fuss at Christmas with tattle and things like that, I think I realised I'm doing this channel and I'm doing it for me and people like me, and I want to be completely honest with you. So I also saw my psychiatrist on Friday, and that was part of the reason I hadn't mentioned the camper van at all, because there was a bit of me that thought she may say this is a terrible idea, which would be great. It would get me out of it. But of course she didn't. She thinks it's a marvellous, marvellous idea. She wants me to take it really slowly. She wants me to take it really gently, and to see it almost as a sort of a programme of mental health improvement. And she's given me tons of advice and steps that I've got to take and things I've got to think about. And I mean, that was far more realistic that she was going to do it. She's amazing. My psychiatrist happens to be absolutely amazing. But yeah, she was all for it, and I think I knew that she was going to take that viewpoint. But you know, she says don't push too far, and so you're going to get to see that. She was lovely. It was a great appointment with my psychiatrist. You know, I am in a much better place this year than I was last year, and last year than I was the year before. I've come a very long way. You guys, I mean, obviously I wasn't YouTubing when I was very, very poorly. But even Jay said to me the other day, we were looking through some photographs of the babies, of Milo when he was little. I mean, Milo is 6 this year, which is like, what are you talking about? Well, he was actually born about 6 months before I hit rock bottom. When his brother was born, which was, there's 13 months between the boys. when his brother was born, I was totally at rock bottom. And the kids were living in the house with us because we were renovating for them. And it meant that I was able to be involved with the babies and things like that. And we were looking at pictures and I was saying, oh, remember this, remember that. And Jamie said to me, do you know, Mum, she was looking at a picture of me sitting holding Levi. And she said, do you know, Mum, I really thought at that time that we'd lost you. You were so different and so withdrawn and so unwell. And it went on for such a long time that I really thought we'd lost you. And it just makes me so happy to see how well you are now and how you're doing and so on. And it's sort of, her saying that made me really think back to just how unwell I was. This isn't a channel for dealing with mental health problems or anything like that, but my mental health is a part of me. And, you know, if anything, I want people to, if they stumble on me, to go, oh my God, I suffer from that. Look what she's doing. Look how she's handling it. That's what I would like. That sun is coming right down. Look at that, it's dreadful. Isn't it dreadful, complaining about the sun? But that's the only thing I want. This is not a channel, you know, I am not becoming a face of mental health. I just want people to know that this happy, smiling person does have her problems and has had her problems and has come an awful long way, and so you can too. That's really my only message with this, is that I want you to, I don't want to be ashamed of it anymore. I'm not going to be ashamed of it anymore. I don't think we need to. I think so many of us are either suffering ourselves or we've got family members, people we love, friends who are suffering from these sorts of things. So let's be open and honest about it, and you know, with a little bit of luck, we can all help each other. Very much like the lady who suggested the campervan, caravan, motorhome. Please get in touch. I hope you watch this. And anyone else that's got a caravan or a campervan or a motorhome or I mean, there's so many variations, isn't there? Get in touch. Give me your best tips and things so I can read them out. And I'm going to say, you know, I'll be able to say, so-so told me. And, you know, I would really love to do that. So it's going to be a kind of another stream within the swamp that is my channel. Please, Bertie, get down. We love it as well because obviously we can take the dogs, and the dogs do mean a lot to us. And I have to say that my Bertie, who is right now climbing all over me, he is a great, yeah, he's good for my soul when I'm struggling. Do you know what I mean? He's good for my soul. Let me turn this camera. That's better. I can actually see you. Yes, so, you know, very boring. We're 14 minutes in, and I'm going to have to edit this, obviously. But I want to try and leave it sort of as honest as I can. I don't know whether, yes, I will. So anyone that wants to get in touch, anybody that wants to email me about it, I am now using my email account properly again. It's new for me to go back to it, but I have healed so much since Christmas, and really, people that want to say nasty things, they're going to say them, aren't they? So I've kind of got over that as well. It's all a part of, you know, the growth of fawn. Talking about the growth of fawn, I had a little whinge when I was at my psychiatrist about the fact that I, you know, just seem to be gaining weight and you know, and it's so hard to stop it. And she pointed out that I take 3 medications for my illness, a combination, and 2 of them cause weight gain. I said, what? I've been beating myself up because it's so hard, and you know, I go on a diet for a week, and Jamie's on a diet for a week, and I know she's younger than me, but she loses shed loads and I lose a pound. How can they, you know, this is disgraceful. And she did offer to change my medication, but to be fair, I had a little think about it. It's a big thing, changing medication, particularly mental health medication. It can really cause trouble. It can really rock the boat, and I would rather be fat and happy and sort of mentally healthy than be skinny and bonkers, because that is one of the things that comes with me being unwell, is I lose a ton of weight. Eating becomes a real issue for me. So I had a long talk with Nick, and Nick was like, I think you're absolutely gorgeous. I do not know what you're talking about. And this man has been with me when I've been a size 12 and when I've been a size 24. So, you know, he really doesn't care. So I'm in a good place. So I'm just going to stop worrying about that and just, you know, see what happens. I mean, how big can I get? Anyway, let's, because I'm just talking away here, and I did say I'd do this. Papergang. I'm so excited, guys. I can't really keep my brain working properly. It's excitement and it's fear at the same time, but this is just such a big step for me. So here we go. I've opened my Papergang box. You know, I love this box. Really pretty. I love the themes that they do. This week's artist is UK Do. UK Do, I hope that's how you say it. And it's all about celebrating International Women's Day. She's an illustrator and designer. So here we go. Let's see what was in here. I love this box. Can a person ever have too much stationery? I think not. Oh, it's my favourite kind of notebook. Oh, it's my favourite kind of notebook. Right, hang on. It's a detective notebook. I love detective notebooks. There's something about them, something about the way they fold open. They stay neat, can live in my bag. You know, the other ones are great for writing, for, you know, a proper notebook. It's great for writing like a diary or planning things, but this is my go-to for, you know, buy some chicken, speak to the gas man, you know, all that sort of, I love a detective notebook, and look how cute that is. Absolutely, I'm thrilled because I've almost, I had another one in a pack last year, in a box last year, and I was looking at it the other day thinking, oh, because I'm now writing a little corner, because it's really worn down. So that's a brilliant one. I'm so excited. Oh, and look at this pretty badge. What a beautiful badge, or brooch would we call it? I don't know. Can you see it? It's got this sort of half moon and then a lady sitting on top with a sunflower. I hope you can see it because it's against such a jazzy background. In fact, I'm going to take it off and show you so that you can see it properly, because it's so nice. This will so go on a jacket of mine. There we go. Let's see. You can see that properly now, can't you? Isn't that lovely? That will be going on a jacket of mine. And it's one of these that you sort of pinch the back to get the back off. Oh dear. Okay, then I have a little pochette, which I would bet has got pencils in it. Has it got pencils in it? Let's see. I should be looking at my list, but I'm not looking at my list. Oh, it's got colouring pencils in it. This is ideal because that's one of the things I will be taking with me. I get colouring books. You know, the adults colouring books? Look how pretty the colours are in there. Oh, there's some there as well. Look how pretty. How many are there? There are 12 coloured pencils. So that's just the right sort of size for taking away. Oh, everything at the moment, I look at it and I go, can I take that with me? Would that be worth taking with me? Then I have, oh, a really, in fact, is there two? Yes, 2 greeting cards. Look at this one. It says happy birthday lady on it. Lovely envelope and just blank inside. And the other one says you go girl. And again, blank inside with just such, see how pretty that envelope is. Then, oh, last but not least, 4 sticker sheets. I love stickers. You know I love stickers. And they've got all these sort of women-centric ideas on them and images. So that was it. Sticker sheets, the brooch or pin or whatever you want to call it. 2, oops-a-daisy, 2 beautiful birthday cards, coloured pencils, and a detective notebook, my favourite kind. So that was Papergang. I always feel like I need to show you something as well when I come in, which I'm not going to be able to do if I'm doing the camping thing. So anyway, that was it. That's my big news, which is really not that big, is it? But it's big for me. This is huge. This is... Oh, I haven't quite stopped sleeping yet. I will as we run on now towards Friday. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope that if you do that sort of thing, or used to do that sort of thing, and you've got tips, or you've got stories maybe about the silliest thing that ever went wrong. I mean, when I was a girl, my father worked 6-day weeks, and my mother couldn't drive. So whenever we had a holiday, it was a caravan holiday, a static caravan, always a static caravan. And so that sort of being in a caravan is something I associate with good times. And even though we ended up living in a static caravan up here for more than 6 months, all through the Christmas, we had Christmas in a caravan, it never really bothered me. There was something I like about it. It just takes me to a happy place. So I'm hoping that this will come true, but you guys maybe, you know, maybe the same, or you may hate them. You may have had, I mean, we have had some caravan holidays that were dreadful, but on the whole, they were happy times. So, yeah, get in touch. Please do get in touch and let me know. And I'll probably do a video and I'll title it something like, you know, funny stories or tips and tricks or something along those lines. And I'm going to read them out on here and let you know about the funny things that have happened to other people and what their best ideas were, their best tips and tricks were for making things work. So that's it. As you can tell, I'm a little bit scattered today. I'm a bit, and I think I probably will be for the rest of the week. I'm off to Poundland in the week to pick up a few bits and pieces for in the camper van, because I figure we're better than Poundland. There's bound to be storage ideas and things like that. Oh, and the dogs didn't go to the groomers. It wasn't last Wednesday. It's not this Wednesday. It's the next Wednesday. I don't know how I managed to put it in my book so badly. But when I didn't get the reminder on the Tuesday, I usually get a text reminder to say, you know, don't forget Bert and Mimi. I thought, well, there must be something wrong here. So I actually rang her. And I'd somehow written it in my notebook 2 weeks early. No explanation, no excuse, lack of brain. All the kids are back at school now, thankfully. Lara is much better, and as you can see, the weather is much better. So again, I'm hoping this week to do one of the horses. Haven't chosen which one. We'll see who's in the most amenable mood. And obviously I'll have to have Jamie along to help, so that will be coming up too. So yeah, I'm hoping a little bit more variety, a little bit more laughs, and yeah, a little bit more honesty will really work, and you guys will like it. I will like it, even if, you know, nobody else does, because I know when I was ill at my worst, and certainly the first time that I was ever ill, I knew nobody who had the same sort of crazy, silly, bonkers, negative thoughts that I did, and I couldn't understand why I was doing it. So if I had been able to find someone who was like, yep, been there, done that, oh my goodness, the thoughts, but you will get past it, I think it would have helped me. Even to watch them fail sometimes would have helped me. So Mimi's having a shout. So that's what I'm going to do. Anyway, I hope you're well, and I hope you're happy, and I hope the sun is shining for you wherever you are, and I will be back really soon. I love you guys so much. Bye.